Welcome to this episode of Scrapyard Choppers. I'm Ronnie Danger. This is the 50th episode of Scrapyard Choppers on this YouTube channel. Now, what is Scrapyard Choppers? Why does my channel say Scrapyard Productions? And what the hell am I talking about? You're going to find out all that right now in this episode. We're going to go over the history, where this channel came from, who I am, and where it's going. So, let's get started. Scrapyard Choppers began in the 90s. When I saw somebody else riding a really cool chopper bicycle through town and decided I had to have one. Now we call ourselves Scrapyard Choppers because almost everything we have comes from the scrapyard. Bicycles, all the race cars, everything. And back then, Orange County Choppers was a big thing. So we thought Scrapyard Choppers would be really cool. Here's a lot of pictures of me and all my friends and all our cool bicycles. Now we've come a long way since the early days of the bicycles. Check this one out. We built on episode 28, 31, and 32. Took it to Autorama this year. Now, Scrapyard Choppers started with bicycles, started in our trailer park. The first bike we built, we cut the bars using a Dremel tool. We didn't have a grinder then, and welded it up. But I did get older, and I got more interested in doing racing. I've been watching my dad race all my life, and I wanted to figure eight race. As soon as I turned 18, it was full bore. We're going figure eight racing. So the very first car I ever ran was this Caprice right here. I got to do one race in Fowlerville, and it felt awesome to finally be out there. I always wondered what it felt like. I didn't do very well. I just kind of drove around because it was new. So the first car we ever built for me was a 65 Chevelle four-door. Yep, that's right. I went old school. Really, it's what Regal's Recycling at the time would give me. Like I said, we get all our stuff from the scrapyard. So yeah, that's why my number is 65, because we knew everyone was going to be asking what year was this car. Now after that car, I went on to another Malibu, an 81 Malibu, and this car got me my very first win, but it didn't actually last very long. The 80s cars just don't hold up like the old stuff. So after the Malibu, some things started to change in my life. I got the nickname Ronnie Danger after a night out of partying, and I basically scared the hell out of my buddies' friends that came with them, and I kind of did it on purpose. So they started calling me Ronnie Danger by the end of the night. Stuck with me from then on out. So my buddy Harlan started a YouTube channel, Harlan to the X, and then we just started recording races. It wasn't like a show, kind of how it is now. It wasn't any talking. It's kind of where I wanted to be, but at the same time, I don't know, I didn't have the courage to do it, I guess. So this is a clip from the first race. Throw that up now. So look at that, first race we ever put up on YouTube, and I got flipped over. That was crazy. I'm definitely never going to forget that race. Now, we made tons of videos after that, me and Harlan. Worked together pretty well. And then I went to school and learned how to be a videographer, which I'm not a professional by any means. I have not advanced at all, and nowhere near as good as I want to be. I'm working on it all the time. And then, after that, I started to gather my own equipment and started my own YouTube channel. And we kind of parted ways for filming. So I edited one of my races in school and threw it up on my channel. This is my first race on my YouTube channel. So how do you like that? First video I ever put on this channel of me racing, and I win. It was also the first race on my big car that I still run today. Yeah, back when it used to turn, when I had a big block in it. But anyways, so it took a few years to get all the computer equipment, everything I needed to really get the YouTube channel started. And then finally, in 2021, I uttered these words for the very first time. Welcome to the first episode of Scrapyard Choppers. Today we're going to winterize my race car. So at that point, I was off to the races literally. I mean, I built a front-wheel drive car and attempted to drive it to Kentucky. And then, made it exit. Then we went racing up north a whole bunch of times. been racing all over Michigan. We built some crazy bicycles. And that's pretty much where I've been with the channel. Now let's talk about where I'm going. The channel's going to transition into a build channel for a little while. Racing's always going to be here. We're going to do stuff with the things we build. But I got too many projects just sitting around not doing nothing. And I hate things when they sit around. This is my #1 priority. The Chevelle, I want to go drag racing. And I want my girlfriend to try to go drag racing. And the circle track car. I'd like to actually race legit circle track. Sure, Night Destruction's legit in its own way, but I mean, I want to get out there and mix it up and give it a try. All this stuff requires money. I can't be spending money on this and this and that and that all at the same time. Speaking of which, if you want to help out this channel, hit that subscribe button, buy some merch, link below. And I really hope you enjoyed this look back on memory lane. And now you understand why you're watching Scrapyard Choppers on the Scrapyard Production channel. Because everything we get pretty much comes from the scrapyard. This car started from a car that came from the scrapyard. All the bump and run cars we've got have come from the scrapyard. The motor that's going in this came from the scrapyard. We get bicycle parts from the scrapyard. Michael's Auto Salvage take really good care of us. We go there all the time. We are Scrapyard Choppers. We are Scrapyard Production. And I sure hope you enjoyed this episode. And I'll see you next time where we're going to do a burnout contest. Maybe with this. If I can get it together tomorrow and if they let me do it. If not, there's racing coming up down the pipe. Definitely going to be getting this in the shop. Getting this cab on properly. Get the 12 valve in it. So, stick around for that. And I'll see you next time.